So as Symphonia for South Africa, for us to host, these school leadership forums, it is also made possible by partners, and we are fortunate to be in a partnership with My School, My Village, My Planet, and we have representation here this morning, and Helene Brand is online, and I want to introduce her to all of you and allow her just to share something from her side, from, why is it that they, in partnership with, Symphonia for South Africa. Helene, can I hand over to you?
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I find it very strange to be speaking to my computer, so I'll just put on my video for a few seconds so that you know it's not a robot on the other side. You see me. Hi, I'm here from my, I wish I could call it a study, but it's just the guest bedroom. I'll put off the video now just so that I don't use all of your bandwidth. Thank you very much for the introduction. It's lovely to be here. I'm from My School, My Village, My Planet, and I manage their corporate social investment budget. And you know what, to be honest, I think that principals have a lot on their minds. Anybody in leadership within the school space has a lot on their minds, even on a normal day. And today is certainly not a normal day. From the minute operating requirements to the large strategic decisions that you need to make on a daily basis. And fundraising is just one of those. Fundraising, I think, is often a necessary evil to achieve more important goals. Many of us in school leadership understand that it's not something that it might not always be our passion, but it's certainly more about the end result and the reason behind why we want to fundraise. So 20 years ago, when two entrepreneurs in Johannesburg had the idea that they wanted to help schools to fundraise better, they came up with the idea to say, how could you encourage local parents and local supporters of a school to shop at local stores? And those local stores then commit to give back a percentage of whatever parents have spent to the schools of their choice. And it was this simple idea that was the start of My School, My Village, My Planet, which is now a national fundraising program supporting over 8,000 schools and charities on a monthly basis. So who knew that now My School would be raising more than 60 million Rand every year for schools and charities. And the best part is that it doesn't cost any of us a cent. All the money is being raised when people like you and me choose to sign up for a free My School card. We choose which organization we're passionate about and we want to support. And then when we shop at the partner stores like Woolworths or online at Loot, at Walton's and at many local partner stores, they commit to give back a percentage of whatever I've spent to the organizations that I've selected. And the good news is, if you're like me, we're a little bit torn between supporting the local school where my child goes, and supporting an animal welfare organization that I also love. You can actually have up to 3 charities on your card and the money gets split equally. So it's a really simple and easy process to raise funds. And if you're not using it to supplement your school's fundraising, I highly suggest that you do it. I think when I'm done, I'll pop the My School email address and contact details onto the chat. And it's certainly something that's very easy and any school can and should participate. So to be honest, when we look at our annual corporate social investment budget, there's always a push and a pull between what's urgent and what's important. There's limited money to be invested and the urgent needs feel like they're shouting at you. Things like schools who don't have proper access to clean water or sanitation, infrastructure upgrades needed at schools and equipment. But then there's also the perspective of investing in things that will have long-term impact. And that's what I call important. Things like investing in literacy, going deep into equipping teachers to provide better quality education. And for us, the leadership capacity at schools and in education is under that pillar of what's important. what's long-term strategically relevant. And as a panel, we often disagree. I'll be honest about that. We very rarely agree on everything from the start. But the one thing that we have agreed on every single year when we look at our investments is that we want to invest in the leadership capacity within the education system. For me, that leadership capacity has got to do with being resilient, building a culture of striving for excellence, and equipping leadership to be able to develop the systems and the procedures that improve the efficiency and the capacity of their schools to innovate. Now, can you imagine if all those years ago when School Leadership Forum started, which specifically was to build this leadership capacity, if we decided that, no, we are not going to invest in what's important, we're only going to focus on what's urgent, then we would never have done these types of forums and workshops where we provide people with an opportunity to invest in their leadership skill. And I feel very confident that if we were not doing that, we wouldn't be able to respond in the way that we're doing now to the immense challenges that COVID-19 is placing on school leaders. As school leaders, you need that resilience now more than ever. And I think that if you've invested in yourself in the past months and years to build your leadership capacity, all of that will come to the fore now. It will shine. So from my side, I want to say a big thank you to Symphonia for championing quality leadership and leadership development within education. I think it is something that's understated in our ecosystem. Also, thank you very much, Professor, for your time today. I know that it takes a lot of commitment to pre-plan and to commit your time. It really goes a long way, and we thank you for that. And everybody here today for not just focusing on what's urgent. I'm sure, just like me, you have people in your home or around you that urgently need you, emails and WhatsApps that's popping up. But today, let's focus on what's really important and invest in ourselves and just spend this time doing that. So thank you very much. It's our honor as my school to fund the School Leadership Forum.